Hi, today I'm going to share a quick and simple tool to help you define your project when first getting started. Properly defining your project is critical for success. Trust me, for the past decade I've delivered several multi-million euro projects across 3 continents, as well as a variety of boutique projects for small businesses. From the biggest corporations to the solo entrepreneurs, I know that properly defining your projects from the beginning will save you time, it will save you money, and it will prevent a lot of confusion and frustration. The tool that I'm about to share with you will help you define your project in the early stages. This will focus your preliminary project activities to be a more valuable use of your time. The tool we're looking at today is a 2-page project summary called the BOSCARD. I've included a BOSCARD template for you in the link below this video. BOSCARD is an acronym for the project's background, its objectives, its scope, constraints, assumptions, risks, and deliverables. Defining these 7 factors helps you to develop a valid project idea from the beginning. The BOSCARD is also a quick way of communicating the important project information, and importantly ensures that all parties involved are clear and agree on what the project is before you start. Furthermore, the BOSCARD will help you when discussing your project with external experts. It will help you gain more value from those discussions and also to select the right experts to help you. So, let's now take a quick look at each of the BOSCARD sections so you can define your project for success. Start by defining the project background. This is where you're going to articulate the main reasons for the project in the first place. This could include a combination of problems that you're going to solve and new opportunities you're going to create. Also, this is where you're going to define the key project stakeholders. The key project stakeholders are those groups of people who will benefit or be impacted by your project. Next, you define the objectives of the project using SMART goals. That means your goals are going to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant to the project stakeholders, and have a clearly set time frame for delivery. The project scope is the definition of what will be included and, importantly, what will be excluded from your project. The common terms that we use here are in scope and out of scope. You will want to define your scope before you start project planning, as you need to know what it is that the plan needs to deliver. The in scope section defines what areas of the business will be addressed by the project, any major tasks which the project will include, and here you'll also define the high-level key features or functions that the end project solution will deliver. In the out of scope section, you define key items which the project will not include. Particularly, you define items which project stakeholders might assume would have been included. You may want to have key stakeholders agree with this before starting the project or even sign it off. In the constraint section, you acknowledge anything which will limit, restrict, or put conditions on your project. Key examples include the project budget, time, resources, or even expertise. Next, you describe the project assumptions. These are key factors required for the project success which are assumed to be true but yet are unproven. This includes any major project dependencies which need to happen for the project to be successful, and also you might here specify any key dates which project milestones must hit. You will then want to validate these assumptions when it comes to planning your project. In the risk section, you outline major things that might happen which would significantly impact your project. With each risk, indicate the likelihood and also the impact if the event were to occur, and then also define what could be done to address the situation or prevent the situation altogether. And finally, the project deliverables. This is where you define the tangible items which your project solution should deliver in order to achieve the project objectives. This should include a brief description of each of the project deliverables. It should also include how the quality of the deliverables will be measured. Now, before we wrap up, I'd just like to share some final pointers. Let's start by saying that the BOSCARD is a living document. Use it as a vehicle to discuss and develop the project idea with others and update the BOSCARD with your thinking as you go. It's better not to be too precious about the early drafts of your BOSCARD, and just get started by brainstorming your BOSCARD for about an hour or so to get the ball rolling. It's okay if there are holes and gaps in the project BOSCARD at first, as this highlights to you where you'd be wise to spend your time early on as you develop your project idea. The BOSCARD is not meant to capture everything. There will be plenty of detailed documents later on for that. To start off with, just keep your BOSCARD short and sweet. And finally, Use the BOSCARD as a tool to help you. It's not a set of shackles. It's been developed from project management best practices, but adapt it to your own individual business needs. To help you further, I've included additional instructions in the Project BOSCARD template, which you'll find below this video. So let me know if you have any additional questions, and apart from that, I'll see you in another video. Ciao for now.